malaking at naging sakit ng ulo ng ating bansa. Again, lahat po ng naging kriminal at mga kriminal ngayon sa ating panahon, minsan naging bata. Pag ito po ay yung sanggol na pinagkatiwala sa atin ay nakalagpas sa tamang pangangalaga ng mga magulang, huwag tayo umasa ng mundo ito yung matatahimik. Magandang hapon sa ating lahat. Ito po yung lingkod, Fred de Guzman, ang life coach ng Squad 240. Tulungan po tayong lahat. Kami sa religious sector, kayo sa PNP, at sa ating lahat ng mga sibilyan, kung gaano kahalaga at napaka-importante, kung gaano napaka-sensitibong bagay na ang ating mga anak ay ating bantayan, arugain. God is telling us, train up a child. Hindi po basta ang magpalaki ng mga anak. We have our plans, we have our desires, we have our purposes and dreams para sa ating mga anak. Ang isang matinong magulang, hindi po sasala sa ganung bagay. And to realize kung ano yung nasa ating mga puso, kung ano yung nasa kalooban ng Diyos, we should be guided by the Bible. Ito po ang manual natin para sa tamang pagpapalaki ng ating anak. Sabi ng Proverbs 22 verse 6, train up a child in the way he should go or she should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it. So, what does it take to train a child? Psalm 127 verse 3 to 5, wika ng talata, ang mga anak ay mana mula sa Panginoon at bunga ng bahay bata, gantimpala po sa ating mga kabiyak. Kung paano ang pana sa kamay ng makapangyarihang lalaki, gayon ang anak ng kabataan. Maginawa, wika, ang lalaki na pumuno ng kanyang lalagyan ng pana. Sila'y di mapapahiya pagka sila'y nakikipagsalitan sa kanilang mga kaaway sa pintong bayan. Listen, ang atin pong mga anak ay inahalintulad ng Biblia sa pana. And before that, consider your children, your child as a reward, blessing mula sa Diyos. We should value them as God's gift ng langit. We should not treat them as distraction or nuisance or parusa. Lalo na, never treat them as problem. Ang sabi ng sumulat ng awit, ang ating mga anak ay inihalintulad sa pana na ang layon ng pana is to hit the target whenever it's used. It must be from a piece of wood na shaped, strengthened, sanded, smoothened, yung pana na inayos, giginiyak mabuti, and then finally inilagay sa buo at pinahuhulagpos, releasing them to reach the target. So yung process na ito is similar to how us parents should nurture our kids, how we should empower and guide our kids as they grow. Pangalawang bagay, importante po na maintindihan natin, they needed to be trained. No matter how cute they are, ang puso ng ating mga anak, tulad nating mga matatanda, makasalanan. We are all have the tendency to create mischief. And if they are left to themselves without discipline, panibagong bilang ho yan sa kulungan. Sabi na isang African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. Siyang tunay, hindi ho basta. It's not just as simple as we say it, na magpalaki ng anak. Sapagkat maraming influence po sa ating mga anak na pag hindi natin sila nilagay sa tamang landasin, mapapariwara sila. So we, the family, the friends, teachers, church elders, church people, community, are basically nakaka-impluwensya sa ating mga anak. But ultimate responsible sa ating mga anak, hindi po ang ating biyanan o mga nanay. Tayo na magulang ang responsable. Lalo na po ang tatay. Sabi ng Proverbs 22:15, ang kamangmangan ay nababalot sa puso ng bata, ngunit ilalayo sa kanya ng pamalong pangsaway. Ang bata kailangan madisiplina sa tamang paraan. Hindi naman yung konting mali lang naman, bugbog sarado. I know of some poor parents who would put their child sa loob ng sako, ibibitin, saka bubugbugin, minsan pinapalo nang wala sa lugar. So sad. Ephesians 6:4, kayong mga ama, huwag niyong ipamungkahi, isagalit ang inyong mga anak, kundi inyong turuan sila ayon sa saway at aral ng Panginoon. So, when we say train your child, you train them to love. We must train our children to obey, to please and honor God. In the same way that we teach them to love, obey, please, and honor us, parents. So the best way to do this, of course, is to teach them by example. How can we teach them how to love us kung hindi naman po nakikita sa atin? How can we teach them to honor God kung tayo mismo nilalapastangan natin ng Diyos? How can we teach them respect kung tayo mismo do not know how to respect? Deuteronomy 6:7, iyong ituturo ng buong sikap sa iyong mga anak at yung sasalitain tungkol sa kanila pag ikay nakaupo sa iyong bahay, pag ikay lumalakad sa daan, pag ikay nakahiga, pag ikay bumabangon. Meaning, the Word of God should be part of your daily lives. Lagi niyong ulit-ulitin ang mga salita ng Diyos sa kanila. Hindi niya man mabanggit verbatim, but let them know that there is God in heaven na nakatingin sa atin, that there is someone, the God who created us. Tayo responsable. Pag tayo nagpabaya sa ating buhay, mananagot tayo lahat sa Diyos. Pag tayo naging lapastangan sa kapwa, mananagot tayo sa Diyos. When we dishonor our parents, when we dishonor or disrespect other people, mananagot tayo sa Diyos. We must talk to them. We must talk to them the Word of God. When we are at home, when we are going to bed, when we are getting up. Ephesians 1, chapter 6, verses 1 to 3, mga anak, magsitalima kayo sa inyong mga magulang sa Panginoon sa pag-atiti matuwid. Galang mo yung mga magulang, yung ama't ina, na siyang unang utos na may pangako. You know how to lengthen the life of your kids? Teach them to respect and honor the parents. Pag natutunan po ng bata to honor and respect the parents, hahaba po ang buhay nila. Yan ang sinabi ng Ephesians chapter 6, verse 3. So you are embarking on the most interesting journey of life, the journey of discovering your child. Ang ating mga anak, of course, maybe yours, or pinalaki mo, or marahil apo mo yan, pero itinuring mo anak, pamangkin, or whomever that may be, na nasa iyong aruga, na itinuturing mo anak. That person, so amazing, is one of a kind, na inilagay sa iyo ng Diyos, sa atin. Ibinigay sa ating buhay to nurture and to guide bilang anak. Lalo na kung ito'y talagang anak nyo na tunay. So the hearts of those children, yung ating anak, so tender, so pure, lalo na kung ito'y maliit pa na nasa ating poder. And pagkakalya ko nila, they will have the minds na parang isang power plant that has the imagination of anything. Curious. The mind that would be a hub of good things or hub ng karumihan. Tulungan tayo ng Diyos sa isang napakalaking task to explore the hidden universe ng ating mga anak, to unlock the secrets that lies within that child, and then release your child after you sharpen them, smoothen them, and lahat ng pangangalaga ay nasa sa atin na. Tulungan tayo ng Diyos na when you release them sa kailang tamang edad, God will be pleased. along with the discovery of your child, you will find another discovery. Another thing that will unfold. You will discover another you sa iyong anak. Sabi ni isang pastor, it wasn't until we began to have kids that I fully began to understand how I am put together. So as you reveal to your child yung kung gaano kamanga-manga ang plano ng Diyos, God will reveal the same to us bilang parents. Bilang magulang, nag-guide sa ating mga anak as we parent them, God will also parent us. So help them to be encouraged. Umusbong na isang maayos na tila bulaklak. And with God's help, you can help them grow. And let us grow with our child. Proverbs 22:6, again, the best, one of the best verses sa pagpapalaki ng anak. Sometimes it is misunderstood. They thought, ang verse na ito ay nagsasabi, just teach your kids the Ten Commandments. Just teach them how to pray before eating, before going to bed. Just teach them how to pray. Just read the Bible and then go to church and then let them live alone. Pag any sumuway, mapapagod yan, babalik sa Diyos yan. Sana nga po, mga anak na nagrebelde, magbalik loob sa Diyos. Pero most of the time, pag we fail to train our children properly, they would run away from us, run away from God, at hindi na nakakabalik. They would rebel, saniwag. They would not return, and they would end up dead. Another suggestion patungkol sa talatang yan, na we should lead our kids to a righteous path, a wise path, or else we would lead them to foolish path. So, tulungan tayo ng Diyos na we would send our kids in the righteous path and himayin natin sandali in a few minutes. Yung talata ng Proverbs 22:6, the verse says, train up. It means we set apart our kids for holiness. We should put them in a sanctification mode na lagi nilang maisip nila, this is wrong and this is right. When we say we train up our kids, dinededicate mo ang buhay ng iyong anak sa Panginoon. Kumbaga, isang nurse o midwife na nagpaanak, inianak yung isang bata, hindi pa siya masyadong marunong dumede sa kanyang ina, na yung malinis sa kamay ng midwife, ibasasaw niya sa dates, tapos ilagay niya sa ngalakala ng bata sa kanyang gums, that the child, the baby would learn to suck it. Ganun po ang yung inaalalayan na tinuturuan siya to do the sucking of the fingers ng midwife to encourage the behavior para siya matuto ng nourishment pagka kailangan na niya ang gatas ng ina. So we do this by discovering the child's natural desires. And mayroon silang unique abilities by encouraging the behavior na kung ano yung leaning niya, matutunan niyang sundin. Huwag nating ililihis, huwag natin ipipilit yung gusto lang natin. Makita natin in the process kung ano ang layo ng kanyang puso na matuwid. So that is not to say that we would allow our kids to do as they please. Na hindi na sila i-correct. Nakokontrahin, hayaan natin silang kontrahin tayo all the time. No. To train up a child refers to ideas of, Panginoon, i-dedicate ko sila sa iyo and make them submissive to your will. At kung ano nais mong gawin sa kanya, gawin mo akong instrumento. So train up a child. And sabi ng Bible, in the way he should go. It means according to his ways or inclination. So, yung Proverbs nagsasuggest ng dalawang bagay, that a person can go the way of the wise or the way of the fool. Sa Proverbs 30:18-19, meron tatlong bagay that are too wonderful for me, sabi ng Bible. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea. and the way of a man with a maid. Yung salitang the way refers to the characteristic manner. So as we train our child, according to the characteristic manner ng kanyang pagkatao, some of our children will be artistically inclined. Some of them are athletic. Some of them are academic inclined. So maybe some of them are strong-willed, some are compliant. Some of them would be encouraged by rewards or recognition, while others would care less. So training up calls for a relationship between us parents and the child kung paano ang bata would realize na sila ipinagkatiwa natin sa Panginoon to share a purpose with all the privileges and responsibilities na ikaw, anak, you will be trained according to your inclination. Kung ano ang ninanais ng puso mo ayon sa gusto ng Diyos. Parents should find ways to encourage kung ano yung talentong meron ng bata. Hindi ko ipipilit na kung ako pastor, dapat anak ko pastor din. Hindi ho. O kung pulis kayo, ipipilit natin pulis din ating mga anak. Baka iba naman ho ang calling ng Diyos sa kanila. So, that is knowing the deepest need ng bata, kung saan siya naka-incline, and that involves guiding and direction ng Panginoon. So, dapat nating unawain, we receive each child from the hand of God. Hindi sila parang isang pirasong minasa na tayo ang magmo-mold in the way we should go. No. God will be honored to use us as an instrument para gumawa, guide ang bata sa dapat niyang kawian. Kaya nga it takes time. So we are to honor God's creation of this one-of-a-kind individual called child. At pag hindi natin naunawaan ang guide ng Diyos, we are fighting God. So, study your children by developing an intimate relationship. When we have that intimate ugnayan, we would help them discover kung ano ang talagang nais niyang daanang path. And then ask God na tulungan ang ating anak kung ano yung natural yung tendency. Doing what God would harmoniously want them to become. And then when maturity comes, magiging masaya siya, leaving us a legacy. Proverbs 22:6, again, train up, not teach up. That means we are to mold them into the shape by discipline and practice. And how do we do that? How do we do that? Training in a process. One, of course, love your children. Love your child. Some of us would spell love by giving them money. Hindi po pagmamahal ang ibig nating sabihin when we gave them all what they want. No, give them what they need. I think the best spelling for love is not M-O-N-E-Y. The best spelling for love is T-I-M-E. Give your time sa iyong mga anak. It may sound corny, but they need to hear, they need to feel love. They need to hear the words, I love you, anak. Mahal kita, mahal ka sa amin. They need to be hugged, they need to be embraced, or a tap on the shoulder. Encouragement. So love your kids. Secondly, lift your kids. They need encouragement. Hindi lahat na lang ng araw nakasinghal, nakabulyaw. Kunti mali lang sampal ng katakot-takot. Tulungan tayo ng Diyos na wag ang bata ay mauwi kung saan sapagkat wala siya nadinig sa buhay kundi bunganga at awayan at sigawan. Give them a peaceful home. Colossians 3:21, mga ama, huwag niyo ipamungkay sa galit niyo mga anak. Huwag mong hayaang manghina ang kanyang kalooban. So do not put them down. Instead, lift them up. We need them to be lifted up. Hindi natin uutuin, hindi natin sila i-spoilin, kundi let them know how precious they are to us and how we love them sincerely. So encouragement instead of focusing on their abilities. At ma-recognize mo lang siya dahil magaling siya. Let's encourage them to do and excel. So encouragement tells a child that sila ay napakamahalaga sa iyong paningin. Now, not only love your children, lift your children, limit your children. Kids will tell you, ayoko na limits. Pero actually, may mga bata man na parang pasaway ng pasaway, pero pagka ang mga bata hinayaan nyo na hinayaan sa kanyang kagustuhan lang, alam nyo, they would feel they are rejected. They would feel, walang pakialam sa akin itong magulang ko. Pinababayaan ako kung anong gusto kong gawin. Mga kapatid, limit your children. Let them know na you should not cross the line. Keep in mind ng ating mga anak, kumbaga, can be pushed to the limits. If you give in sa kanilang mga kapritsyo, then the boundary collapses and security is lost. So giving children limits would help them learn na ang pagsuway ay may consequences. Fourthly, lead them. Pangunahan nyo sila. Huwag nyo sabihin, don't do what I do. Just do what I say. No. Huwag tayong maging double talker. Do not allow your kids na sumasagot-sagot. Huwag natin hayaan na kikitaan nila tayo ng masamang gawa, masamang bisyo, masamang trato sa kapwa because they will do it. Bakit ba ang tanong ka? Kung lumakad, patagilid. Kasi ang magulang niya, patagilid lumakad. Bakit tumatahol ng tuta? Tumatahol kasi yung magulang niya. Ibig sabihin, kung ano nakikita ng bata, yun ang gagawin niya sa atin. And fifthly, laugh with your kids. Let them enjoy the home. Let's give them a peaceful home. Tahimik, hindi awayan. Tahimik na tahanan na may malasikayan, may respetuhan. Kung merong friends yan, let them hang out in your home. Kaysa kung saan-saan nagtatatambay ating mga anak. Let them feel that your house is a friendly home. Hindi ko konsente na mali. Pero a home that would help them develop. Sabi ng Proverbs 17:22, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine. So, what kind of house do we have? What kind of home do we have? What kind of environment do we offer sa ating mga anak? Tulungan tayo ng Diyos, mga kapatid. Mula sa aming mga leaders ng mga iglesia, mula sa ating mga simpleng mamamayan, all the way sa ating mga people in uniform, may God help us to be the parent God wanted us to be and train up a child in the way they should go. At sabi ng Bible, when he is old, he will not depart from it. God bless us all and may God keep you safe. Please pray for our Squad 240 and we welcome our new members sa pangunguna po ni Patrolman Reginald de la Cruz, Patrolman Francis Legardo, Police Corporal Aristotel Bayani, Police Staff Sergeant Adio Burgess, Police Master Sergeant Fernando Datig, Police Master Sergeant Rudolph Gonzales Ramos, Police Master Sergeant Ryan Garcia. Kasama rin po natin si Police Senior Master Sergeant Will Ray Guillermo. At ang ating Assistant Squad Leader, si Sir Police Staff Executive Master Sergeant Sir Joseph Aquino. Kasama rin po si Police Senior Master Sergeant Carlito Mendoza. Ang ating bagong squad leader na si Police Major Romeo C. de Guzman. Please pray for Squad 240 and all the PNP personnel. They needed your prayers as they keep us protected and secured. Until next time, salamat po. God bless us all.